go on the web at RockiesOnline.com.
And we are back, and it's Race Talk right here on News Talk 1470 WFNT, racesontheweb.com. Just hit the link to Michigan Race Talk, and you can hear us anywhere in the civilized or uncivilized world. You could. Well, it could be March. We could do that, absolutely. So, my name's Larry Loynes, Bigger Than Lowe's, along with you tonight, live at Beacon Sales and Service. You all right, man?
I burped.
I'm sorry.
Put the mic down.
Thank you. Anyways.
How can you not, man? All this good food and stuff over here, man.
Awesome, man. You're still going to get one of those West Virginia slaw dogs from my man Mark over there. He's, we get hooked on those things. I don't see what they're like. How can I sell them if I've never had one, right? I'm just saying. I'm trying, you know? Anyways, joined by a guy right here, just got his race car put back together. I say it's a new car. He says it's not. If it looks totally different, it's a new car. Bobby Hink. Bobby, how you doing, man?
Wonderful. How are you?
Good, man. Thanks for bringing the car out tonight, man.
Yeah, I talked to you on Facebook and didn't know if it was just for the Beacon cars or not, so I sent you a message and you said bring it on out. So
It's like the little woman in Poltergeist. All are welcome.
And seeing how I don't see a whole lot of wording on that car, maybe you should talk to Dave.
Nice and clean, yeah, really.
It's got a number and a name.
I could see Beacon Sales and Service on the side of that just real easy.
That would be nice, yeah. We're good right there, you know.
Yeah.
We're agents. We won't take more than, what do you think, at 25, 30%? What's it going right now there?
I don't need nothing.
Taste of beer.
I'd like to see two friends get together and have some fun doing some racing.
So, Bobby, it's been a while since we've had you on the show, man.
Boy, is he grown up since then. Now, look at him. We were talking about, he's got some gray in his 5 o'clock shadow.
He hasn't shaved since then. It's been about 7 years. So,
right.
He still had peach fuzz back in the last time he was out of the show.
So what have you been up to, man?
Well, just working and trying to get the race car ready to go. I ran it 3 times last year. First time out, I ended up getting a win at Springport, and then we went to Owasso and Dixie, and we broke a motor at Dixie.
Oh, man. That always puts you back a while, doesn't it?
Yeah. So
yeah, it does.
We decided to get an early start and tear the car apart and tore it down to the bare chassis and sandblasted it, powder coated it, and went through everything. And my good buddy David McManus put a body on it for me, and his work is awesome. If anybody needs any modified bodies,
yeah, he's really good.
He's the guy to go see.
Yeah. Now, it's been a long time, and Ed hasn't seen you on the show before, so I suppose it would be fitting if you wanted to ask him your question.
Oh, I guess so.
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't your co-host back last time.
That's right.
Probably with Sam Sauer, wasn't it?
Yes,
it was.
Yeah.
Yes, Sam.
Well, we feel if you're hanging out here with us that you got to be a big fan of racing. As a matter of fact, we feel you have to have an addiction. Well, we want to know, how did your racing addiction get started?
Actually, it goes back to David McManus. His dad raced supers for forever, 30 years or so.
So I was a track Saturday night, yep.
And David and I have been best friends since first grade, and I was hanging out there, and we're always around race cars, and he got his first car from I believe it was Rick Kreisel.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
That was Tommy Bull's old race car.
Yep, Tommy Bull's old car. And David got that, and we started going to the track with his car, and I told my dad, I said, I've got to have a race car. So we built a Ford Ranger mini truck for Dixie, and I ran that for 1 year and then went right to the modifieds.
Yeah, I was going to say, you weren't out of the modifieds very long, I know that.
Nope, we ran the mini truck for 1 season and then jumped right into the car I've got now, and I've had it this whole time.
That's pretty cool. Bobby Hink we're talking to right now. You let him do that. Can't you control him?
You actually were down in Florida for a while, weren't you? Running down there a little bit, Bobby?
Yeah, I moved to Florida. I was down there for about 3.5 years.
Right.
And I did not race at all.
You did not race, but I know you were going to racetracks and stuff like that down there, though, weren't you, a little bit?
I went to New Smyrna Speedway quite a few times.
Yeah.
That's where I lived, was that area. But I didn't have the car here. It actually, that down there, it was up here the whole time.
And I think we talked about that in one of our stops at the grocery store. I run into you every Sunday. You said you were moving down there, but you wanted to take the car and didn't have a way to get it down there.
Right, yeah. I didn't have the money or anything to take the car down there. those guys run at New Smyrna. They run pretty much super late model motors,
Yep.
and it pays $250 to win the feature down there.
Oh.
So I don't know that I had a good enough job to do.
Wow, that makes Michigan sound like you're winning a gold mine, doesn't it?
You
My
guys know
goodness.
how good you got it. Well, I'll tell you, a lot of people have told us that around here too. Yeah, you run for like $200 down there.
Right. So my car sat up here in the weeds over at Rick Lycork's house, and when I moved back up here, David and I pulled the car out, took it to his house, cleaned it up, and went out. And my third night out in the car, I got a feature win.
Awesome. Awesome.
Right out of the weeds.
Right out of the weeds, man. You got it like that. Didn't change a thing, right?
No, actually I didn't.
Change the oil, charge the battery, let her go.
Yep.
That's it.
Same car still today?
Same car.
Oh, you got to stick with that.
Yeah, when it starts running real bad, I put it outside and leave it there.
Don't mow the lawn.
Yep, it's punishment. Then all of a sudden I bring it back out and it's fast again.
Well, that's better than throwing a couple, $2,000-$3,000 in it, anyways, right?
Right.
Seems just as effective, also.
Rain and snow will take care of it too.
Yeah.
So what are your plans for this year? You gonna travel around a little bit, stick around Wausau, or what are you gonna do?
Well, I'm running at Springport this summer.
Okay.
I'd like to try to win the championship there. I missed the first night, but the feature winner opening night wasn't there last Saturday, so that helped out.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that it's too far out of reach. I'm just going to go there and see if I can't make something of it.
See, Bobby's a local yokel now.
Yes,
you know,
he
he's
is.
not an East Sider like he used to be. You know,
right.
he lives in Eaton Rapids these days. So
Wow.
Springport's pretty much like your home track.
Yeah.
You're just a stone's throw away from it, I'm sure.
About 20 minutes from there,
Exactly.
See what happens.
if you're going speed limit.
Not everybody does around here.
Close to it, you know.
Or even on the right side of the road.
Sometimes there is only one lane.
That's great. So
I thought you'd have 4 or 5 comments there, Larry, about seeing aliens and stuff, too.
Well, no. I haven't seen any yet tonight, so you know. Sometimes, hey, listen, I'm not paying on that Springport. I love the track. It is absolutely fantastic. It's cool. It's a neat racetrack. It's beautiful. I love the evergreen trees up along turns 1 and 2. Man.
I do have one sticker on the car that you probably didn't see, and it's on the nose piece.
Okay.
It's called Racers for Autism Awareness.
Oh, very cool.
And Craig over at Master Blaster in Charlotte, he does sandblasting.
Okay.
And his grandson, they started that up for him. So that was one of the things that when he sandblasted the car, we put that sticker on there, so we're advertising for that.
And that's pretty cool. I mean, that's something that's very important. Absolutely.
And he does a lot of work around the area on different race cars for a lot of people. You see that sticker quite often when you're at Springport or Spartan, because a lot of people support him. But
he's on Ron Parrish's modified.
right.
So.
That is pretty cool. Awesome. So, so you're going to be running this car the rest of the season.
Yep.
And you're looking for a little sponsorship help, eh?
Yeah, anything will help at this point. The car's wide open.
Yeah, it is. You got a lot of yellow room on it. It's a pretty looking race car. I mean, you really did a nice job on it, though. I mean, like you said, it was really cool that the way Dave helped you hang the body.
Yep. His work is just phenomenal. I think he did it for me to kind of pay me back, because last summer I went with him to all of his races with his late model and spotted for him and helped out. So I think that was kind of what he wanted to do to help me out in return.
Tough break Saturday night, though.
Yeah, he broke his crankshaft.
Oh, no, man.
Yeah.
Really?
So if anybody has a crate motor, he's looking for
He
it.
needs a new motor now, yeah. And that was
That's not a common thing in those
No,
cars,
it's
is
not.
it?
No, they usually don't.
It's almost like a freak accident. Not an accident, but,
Yeah.
Right.
Some you don't normally see. Those crate motors are pretty solid, but I don't hear a crankshaft breaking too often.
The only one I've ever heard of that broke the crankshaft was Jeff Owens broke one.
Okay.
I think I remember that,
I
too.
remember that. I thought Terry Bogus might have done it too, but maybe not.
It certainly doesn't happen very often.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, how many years do you know how long has he been running that motor?
We went down to Florida and picked that motor up. Actually, that was a trip in itself. We drove straight through in his regular cab pickup and nonstop, and it was just a story. The radio was getting out of the car, wiring it going down the road. It was something.
You talking road trip reminds me of a road trip that we all took together one time to M40 Speedway on Halloween. It was when David earned his nickname, if you remember, right?
Oh, I remember. Yep.
that was a lot of fun, that day, man.
That was also in a regular cab pickup.
Aren't we going to share how we his nickname, or is it not fit for airplay?
No, it's fine, actually. It's probably one of the cleaner stories that we can probably tell about David. Going down to M40, the Hollywood, there was a couple, 2-3 cars worth of people going down there, kind of convoying. Stopped at McDonald's and got something to eat. I believe it was McDonald's.
Yep.
And
here in Charlotte.
Yeah, was it right here?
Right
wow, it was the one right in Charlotte. Yeah, it was on our way to M40, and somehow, some way, I didn't get to see it, but David managed to spill his orange juice all over his.
Yes, it's lit. It's lit.
And mine.
And right, and it's sticky, and it was a large, and you could tell. So we Hollywood and I almost simultaneously looked at him and said, "Juice," and it is stuck. It's a great nickname.
It is a great nickname.
Yeah, we were about 5 minutes from the racetrack when it all happened.
Yeah, right. And it was the big old, it looked exactly like that. Yes, it did, folks. Yes, and we just were roaring. And it was so cold. It was so cold. It was sprinkling and everything too, man. And so I think that area was probably actually freezing. But that's how David got the nickname Juice right there.
He spread a lot of juice on my racetrack Saturday night.
Yeah.
But so hey, you're looking for a sponsor. Anybody can help you out and do some cool stuff for you and get you running even faster and more often.
Right. Yep.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're with a good clan if you're going to be racing Springport every year with Jeff Parrish there and the gang there. I see nothing but good things.
Yep.
Well, and I've talked to a lot of people in the community that don't know them or me, for that matter, and I've had a lot of compliments on Jeff on how well they're doing and the crowd they're getting at the track. I mean, they had almost a full house both nights.
That's awesome.
It is good.
And I don't think Springport's seen that in
no,
it's been a long time.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
So. 23 modifieds opening night. That's better than most tracks get any night.
That's probably the only time Springport's seen that. Probably the last 10 years is some of the racing and rocking shows.
Right.
We've pretty much filled the grandstands for them through the years, but that's probably about it.
Well, it's cool. Jeff Parrish out here, Ken Friend, track announcers out here tonight, so. And we'd like to see you out here tonight, too. So, stop on by. Hey, Bobby, thanks a lot for stopping by and bringing the car out tonight, my man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's always fun to hang out with you guys.
Appreciate it. Bobby Ike, everybody, give it up. Nice round of applause for a man here.
What's the worst you've ever had? One question. Announcer mispronounce your last name. Besides Larry and I
don't think it was you guys.
No, it wasn't me. I got it right from Jump Street because I made sure I asked you.
Right, and it can't be Ken because he come down and made sure that he knew how to say it.
See, us good announcers know that. We just look at you and go, say your name.
Yeah, say your name.
I would have to say probably when I was racing in Ohio or Indiana.
Hey, Inc.
Usually it's Hey Nick. Sometimes they throw an L in there for Hey Link. That's right.
I heard somebody say Hinky one time.
Yeah. And then when I started racing modifieds, Buck and Rick and all them guys called me Heine.
Heine. Yeah,
then it turned into Whiny. I just can't win. These guys they murder me.
Oh, hey, listen.
Well, we'll keep it right anyways, Bobby, okay?
Bobby Hike, everybody. All right.
Big Pimpin'.
That's right.
Sorry, I had to get that in there.
Yeah.
I think you earned that the same day. No, we better not tell that story. No,
that was before that.
Was it before that? Okay.
In the mini truck.
You're married now. Let's not tell that story.
Yeah, she's standing right there.
Okay, right.
Remember,
ask him about it, though, okay?
Make sure you ask him about it, yeah. Oh, it's a good story. You'll love it. Funny thing happened, honey. Too funny. Get used to that. This is awesome. So, hey, listen, we're out here at Beacon Sales and Service. Hope you guys are having some fun, and I hope you're going to have some fun with us. Stop on out here. We're not that far away. It's a nice drive down 69 to exit 61. And
we had a very nice drive on the way here, actually.
Yes, nice, relaxing cruise.
Cool. Top of the hour, I'm going to go for a hot dog.
I think you're right. I think that's not a bad idea.
I can't wait any longer.
We'll do that. All right, we'll take a break, and we will be back. Second half coming up right here on Race Talk, Quick News Talk, 1470 WFNZ.